You are now listening to the Hot Take Hot Box.
Let's start with the Eagles, just because of the importance.
Hype me up here. Let's
the level
get,
of
I want
importance
you
that this game
to hype
holds.
me up.
Listen,
Yeah. So
we're going to KC to kind of get our respect back. All right, and I know
we owe us. We owe them.
We owe them an ass beating. I'm not going to sugarcoat this whatsoever. The Chiefs are very good. Nobody is doubting that at all. But I think both teams are coming off the bye, correct?
First time in NFL history, a Super Bowl rematch is on a Monday night, and I believe, and also I think it's the first time there's a Super Bowl rematch with both teams coming off a bye. I believe I saw some stat like that earlier in the year, but I think it's something like that. So yeah, I mean, both teams have a chance to get healthy. I don't know about their health situation, but I think ours is looking
somewhat good. I mean, the Kobe Dean got put on IR, but we kind of expected that. Dallas Goedert, they refused to. I guess he's not going on IR. Is that what the thing is, that he might be back before then?
So that's good,
because I feel like they would have put him on by now, right?
Yeah, the injury didn't. I mean, it wasn't great to look at, but it wasn't bad. Like I remember people were like, "Oh, that's a bad injury." I was like, "Is it?" I mean, I'm not a doctor, but nothing like snapped visibly. I'm sure,
Yeah, they said he had a fracture, but I don't know how bad it actually was, right?
Yeah, so that's good. And, Nakobe Dean, I don't know. I don't know if he's good or not, but he's not playing. So we got to rely on Zach Cunningham, who's honestly been playing really well. So is Nicholas Morrow. Shout out to him. I trashed him on Twitter. I was like, this is a guy the Bears didn't even play. They didn't even know about him. They didn't want him, but we picked him up and we made it work. So, I really hope we need to get pressure. It's just something we've kind of been inconsistent with.
Yeah.
And we really need to mask our secondary issues all over the middle of the field. I think this is going to be a big game for Kelsey. I don't see any way we can slow him down at all. Maybe you stick Reed on him, but Reed's small. Reed's small.
Like that matchup,
yeah, I don't like it. There's nothing really you can do though, unless you want to put Bradbury on him. I guess that would be the best move, but we got to worry about Rashee Rice. They don't have great receivers, but again, we don't have a good pass defense. I'm sorry, we have one of the worst pass defenses in the league. So it's more about getting to Mahomes. That's kind of obvious, but that's the guy. That's what you need to do. You neutralize him a little bit, or I would say get him on the move. But that's kind of where he's at his best. So you really just need to keep him in the pocket and kind of just collapse the pocket. Really, is what you need to do. I think if you look at some of the pass blocking from the Chiefs, where they really struggle, I think, is the tackles. I think their guards and their center, Creed Humphrey, Joe Tooney, they're studs. But Juwan Taylor, terrible. He's been a major liability. He's good in the run game, but I think in the pass game he's pretty bad. Donovan Smith, he's getting old, so he's they're giving up some sacks, I believe. How many pressures? Yeah, Donovan Smith's given up 29 pressures, 22 for Juwan Taylor. It's a good amount, man. So I think we can definitely capitalize on that. I have a little bit of concern with their pass defense. Not necessarily that. I think their defense has been good by all accounts, but I think we have a major advantage out wide with Devontae and AJ. Hopefully, maybe this is the time for Julio to play a little bit more. Right? I know he had the touchdown, but he's really only been thrown to a couple times. So maybe this is the time for him. I do like Trent McDuffie a lot, L'Jarius Sneed, but he has 12 penalties this year, L'Jarius Sneed. So he gets grabby. Mike Edwards, Justin Reed, Jalen Watson, some of these guys I don't trust, and I think we can kind of expose them. Their front, I love Chris Jones. He's absolute stud. Other than him, I don't really know what they have up front. George Karlaftis is a solid pass rusher, young kid, but yeah, I think it's going to be a shootout. I think it's going to be a 34-30, 37-31, something like that game, and we cannot turn it over. But
yeah, I agree with you. I think it's like the most cliche thing, but it's the truth. You have to get after Pat Mahomes. It's the only way you're going to win this game. You just discussed it and talked about it perfectly. Like, that secondary is not good. No matter how you sugarcoat it or how you say it, it's just they have been getting cooked and exposed all season long. And Bradbury's looked older. Slay has been banged up and then looked older, but he's looked better as of recent. And you can't get Bradley Roby on the field, who you brought in to kind of replace Avonte Maddox, who also got hurt. So
I guess signing him off the street wasn't the best. He wasn't in the best
Yeah, it wasn't.
readily ability.
Yeah, like it's when you're signing a guy off the street. There's a reason he's on the street, whether he can play or not. It's he's not. He can't stay healthy. It is what it is. So the Eagles are going to have to get after the quarterback. It is the only way they're off or their defense is going to be able to somewhat just stay afloat in this game. It's going to rain. It looks like. All right, how do you feel about that?
Yep.
You're going to be up in the stands.
Of course. I mean, listen. If I'm coming to any kind of city in the world, I can guarantee you it's going to rain as soon as I arrive. It happened when I first moved to Florida. It happened when I went to Ireland. It happened when I went to Arizona. It's gonna happen when I go to Kansas City. So maybe I'm the common denominator here. Maybe I'm the problem. It's me. If you get that reference, but so it seems like Grant Calcaterra is back from his 35th concussion, so that's good. I hope we see Albert O because I think he probably can't block that well, but I've never seen anything from Jack Stoll. He's supposed to be a blocking tight end, and all of his numbers, Pro Football Focus has rated Jack Stoll in like the 40s, pretty much every game he plays. So, like, there's a reason we went after Calcaterra and signed him. There's a reason we traded for Albert O. It's because we have no stability behind Dallas Goedert, and now he is out, so we're going to have to see a kind of a mix. I know a lot of people want to see Julio Jones play tight end. I don't know about that, but maybe heavier set wide receiver set formations. Maybe we go 4 or 5 deep or wide, I should say. We can also mix and match with our running backs. I really hope we can see something from the run game. We have Cam Jurgens back. That's going to be huge. I mean, whoever Opeta and Tyler Steen were getting absolutely abused at right guard. So that's big. I think Roby's back. It seems like he's a full participant in practice. So and Justin Evans is even limited. So that'd be awesome just to have another DB that's healthy back there, especially at safety. Hopefully Kevin Byard. This is 2 more weeks for him to kind of get used. 2 more weeks, 1 more week with the bye to get adjusted to the team, the defense. I don't know, man. I feel like this is like the stars are kind of aligning, right? I'm sure the Chiefs are feeling confident as well.
Yeah.
What are they, -3?
I believe so, if I have it correctly. The last time I saw it, they were a 3-point favorite, but
this is gonna be a good game, and I think we're gonna pull out a close one. I think 34-31 Eagles is my prediction. Maybe 30-27, something like that. 2.5. So people are. I'm gonna place a wager on the Birds. I have to.
Absolutely.
I have to. And maybe Kenneth Gainwell, first touchdown score. I don't know. So, like you said, we have to get to Mahomes, and we need, if we grab him, we got to finish the sack. No more of that, just letting him skate by, because that's when he's going to clip us. We're going to let MVS go deep, and you're going to have Bradbury shaking his head, and somebody's going to be looking at somebody else. I can see it now. So, I'm not, like Kelsey was saying, or don't let him, but I kind of am worried about broken plays. I kind of am worried about one of their receivers getting off on us. Losing him deep. They do have speed. Rashee Rice, he's got speed. MVS is very fast. So we see Mahomes, kind of just make it work back there. So that's gonna be huge.
I think a couple things that just kind of popped in my mind. One, you're right. You're gonna have to get that run game going. I think controlling the time of possession and making the Chiefs one-dimensional, and I say that by we have to shut the run down. We can't kind of be confused whether what's coming or what's not. If we stay up in this game, we're playing from ahead, and we know the Chiefs are going to have to throw the ball to get back into this game. Pat Mahomes is a scary guy, but I would you have a better chance of beating him when you know what's coming, and I think that's kind of the only way that we really can win this game. The Chiefs are good, but I don't think they're as good as last year. Similar to what people probably say about the Eagles, that they're not as good as they were last year. But the Eagles are 8-1, and the Chiefs are 7-2, so they're still pretty fucking good. I would say I like the Eagles. I think the Eagles, with the rain, with all of the different little factors, them being as healthy as they can be, I feel really good about this. I will be really upset if they do lose this game. It's not the end of the world. I want to clarify that. But Ty, this is like the ultimate measuring stick game. I know a lot of people are trying to. People in Philly are really trying to downplay it a little bit.
No, I don't want to hear that. I don't.
Yeah, they're like, well, this isn't revenge, and it doesn't really matter. And the Eagles lost to the better team last year. I'm like, you're an asshole. You actually are an idiot if you think that.
Yeah.
Seriously, you're not an. I know people.
And if we lose this year, I'm not going to believe it either. I think we are better. I think
No, go ahead. I think the
I
same
don't even
thing.
know. I guess I'm just gonna have. I guess what I was like, I was really trying to.
You were gonna go deep there. You were
I,
about to. You
I
were about
wasn't
to
gonna
go
go deep.
real deep.
Wasn't gonna go too deep, not waist deep. Shout out to Tyrese, and Megan Good, but I was definitely gonna piggyback off of what you said. Just shut down. Don't even let Pacheco get started.
Nah.
Right? Make him a non-factor. 9 rushes for 10 yards, 10 rushes for 16 yards, something like that, where they have to pass. And okay, we give up a long third down here and there, so we can scream at the TV and get mad. That's fine, but I think we force Mahomes enough to throw. I think he's going to throw a pick, man. He has a bunch of turnover-worthy plays. That's a stat that PFF has. He's always up there in the league. Jalen Hurts is up there, which he usually isn't, so we got to hope he doesn't turn it over. But I think, we got guys coming off the edge. Their tackles are weak. We have a lot of strength up front, so I think their guard, their interior, is going to be busy dealing with Jalen Carter and Fletcher Cox. And they might win those battles, but then you leave the tackles on an island, and I think Jawan Taylor is going to get abused this game. I think I don't know. I think Josh Sweat is due for a big game. I think BG is due for a big game. I think he's due to get he's been getting pressures. He's been doing well in the limited snaps he's in, but I think this is the time for him to get a couple sacks, maybe a forced fumble, a strip sack. I feel like we haven't had a strip sack from our guys up front in a while. I don't know if that's true or not, but it just seems kind of like it. So I think this is the game, man. We win those battles up front. And again, Jalen Carter, if he doesn't do much of that this game, I wouldn't even be mad because I think that's going to open the door for Sweat, Reddick. Maybe you bring Nick Morrow. He's been pretty good when you blitz him. Quick, athletic linebacker, or bring a DB. So we'll see what Sean Desai does. This is going to be a pretty good battle of coordinators and coaches, just in general. Andy Reid, one of the best ever, if not the. I think you can put him up there with Bill Belichick. I know a lot of people will disagree because they all, everybody loves Bill, but Andy Reid's still going, and Bill is not. So, yeah, I think we pull it out. I think it's going to be tough. It's going to be close all game. We got to score first, score right away, shut that stadium down. I don't know when's the last time we even played in Arrowhead. I have no idea, but I'm excited. I can't wait, dude.
A couple of years ago, I believe, and I know we lost. I know Jason's never beaten Travis.
Right. So okay. So he owes him one. It's gonna be interesting. The whole build up is gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be tailgating as early as I can get to the stadium. Let's fucking go, dude.
I'm so excited for this game. This is the first regular season game. I mean, I obviously was excited for the Cowboys game last week, but this is like another level. It seems like not even like the rivalry. Nothing. It has nothing to do with that. This is just like the test. This seems like the team we're on a collision course to play these guys again in the Super Bowl. So This year we get a little bit of a preview of what that could look like. Fresh off of a bye, for the most part, everyone's pretty much healthy. It's like mano y mano. So let's see who's really about it. I know we don't have Dallas Goedert. I don't want to, kind of shy away from his importance. He is important, but I think
big game.
Alberto, I think the big thing here is us getting our run game going, whether that be Jalen, whether that be DeAndre Swift. I think those backs, though, we need more than 14, 15 carries and 50 yards or 40 yards. Like, we need somebody to kind of, push towards that 100-yard mark and maybe just kind of control the game. I think that's the key to this game. If we are trying to go score for score with these guys, then we're playing their game. Eagle football is just grinding and just winning on both sides of the line of scrimmage. I think we can definitely win this game. I'm just we have to go out and do it. So my prediction now, let me lay it out on a prediction since we do a podcast. I will say the Eagles win 31-21.
All right. Wow. Limiting them to 21 would be nuts. Yep. I'm all for it. So let's fucking do it. No slip. I don't want to hear excuses about the rain is why the pass rush couldn't get off. Fuck that. They have 2 tackles that have been getting it. Donovan Smith is old. Still good, but he's old, so you can use that speed around him. And Jawan Taylor is not good, man. They thought that was going to be another investment where they let their tackle go. I think it was Orlando Brown, or could be wrong. I thought it might have been Orlando Brown was their tackle, or Trey Smith. No, fuck. I'm blanking.
I'm positive they had Orlando Brown.
And he went to Baltimore, right, or somebody.
He went to Cincinnati.
Cincinnati gave him a bunch of money. That's right. And I think they really tried. They gave Jawan Taylor a lot of money, and he was not good in Jacksonville. There's a reason they didn't really want to keep him. They thought it was going to be another. I think because I think Orlando Brown was a late pick because he was like not a good athlete, didn't test well, was kind of heavy, but they turned that around, made it work. I think they tried doing the same thing with Juwan Taylor, but it's not worked. It has not worked. I think he's really good in the run, really bad against the pass, but I think he might be both, honestly. So we have to win that. Up front is where we have to win. I know, kind of obvious, but it's not even more so about our O line against their D line and their front. I think we can have the edge there. We really need to get to Mahomes. Really need to do it because we cannot trust this secondary at all. I mean, Sam Howell is out here torching us. So
Yep.
You are now
I agree.
listening
Mac
to the
Jones.
Hot
Look at
Take
Mac
Hot
Jones.
Box.